absolutely freezing in here. I feel like I need to do a little something before I get warm. Amateurs on first, got some very good youngsters coming through now, like better than me when I was 16.
The hardest round in the gym was just 5 minutes of getting took down, beat up, get a little glimpse of hope to get upward and end up catching a knee or an elbow. So hardest round in the gym, but until you get better.
It's like where I'm like weird timing myself. He's even weirder, it's hard to deal with, but he's the best for a reason. It's only going to make me better, perfect training partner for me.
If this is the start of this camp, fuck me, what's it going to look like towards the end of it? That's the top of my division. You can see what the gap is, you know what I mean? You can see what you've got to get to if you want to be the best in the world. It brings us all on every day, and we'll have a full team of killers there in a couple of years' time, all up in that rankings.
Noticias recientes, el UFC anuncia ya hace unos días un interinato, Paddy Pimblett en contra de Justin Gaethje, una pelea que tú incluso anticipaste que podría pasar, ¿no? Que tal vez para que Paddy mereciera la pelea de campeonato contigo, tenía que ganarle a Justin. ¿Cómo la ves? ¿Cómo te tomó la decisión del UFC?
Muy bien, muy contento. La verdad que yo tuve la conversación previamente antes con la UFC, sabía lo que estaba sucediendo, mantuvimos algunas conversaciones. Por mi situación personal sabían que yo no pudiera competir en enero, bueno, pues todas las cosas que engloba una situación personal por la que estoy pasando, y al final decidieron hacer el combate por el título interino entre Paddy Pimblett y Justin Gaethje. A mí me parece muy merecido para ambos, es un título bastante válido, bastante merecido, es lo más cerca que van a estar los dos de tener un campeonato del mundo. Le felicito a los dos, pero al final del día se van a tener que enfrentar con el real deal.
Look, I think the key to the fight for Gaethje is just to create a lot of volume against someone like Paddy, like a lot of volume. The leg kick's going to be everything to take away Paddy's lead leg to stop the onslaught. But like Paddy makes a lot of mistakes, right? So like he's susceptible to getting knocked out. But he's great in the scrambles, like amazing at scrambles and also amazing at creating them. If Justin had a weakness, like if I said, hey, Justin, we want to attack him here, make sure, it would be his jiu-jitsu. He has great wrestling, he has great stand-up, and he's starting to get more defensive, like minded, where he's able to throw shots and not get hit. If he had a weakness, it'd be jiu-jitsu, you know, and that's where Paddy's strong. So it's really hard fight to pick, because Justin's a really hard guy to prepare for. You can't just spar with your friends and your teammates in the cage and think you're ready for a Justin Gaethje fight. You have to get out of your element and have guys get in your face and stand in the pocket and come after you, so you can get ready for this kind of pace and this kind of pressure. If Paddy does that, he'll be able to make adjustments and learn how to deal with someone like Justin in his training camp. But if he waits for the night of the fight, you know, it could be too late for a guy.
Joking has faded. The work rate is non-stop, and Paddy Pimblett is fully aware of what's ahead. As footage rolls out from his camp, the intensity is obvious. He's not staying quiet either, sending sharp messages toward the entire division, not only Justin Gaethje. Meanwhile, Gaethje remains unfazed, locked in and unmoved. Two opposing mentalities are colliding. The tension is escalating quickly, and what once felt like promotion has now turned into raw pressure ready to explode into action.
Are you hoping to show on January 24th?
I'm hoping to come out there. Well, I know I want to come and win the belt, but obviously I want to have an entertaining fight. Don't want to have a boring fight, lads. And I think it's impossible when Justin Gaethje's in the other corner. You know what I mean? You can't not have a good fight when you're fighting Justin Gaethje. So, but I think everyone's going to be shocked, to be honest, because I think I'm going to knock him out. So people won't expect that. People think I'm just going to try and grapple and take him down, when I'm not. I'm going to come out and I'm going to put it on.
Expecting an early knockout, a late knockout, somewhere in the middle?
I don't see him getting past the tape.
Paddy Pimblett brushed it off even more, saying that getting hit isn't nearly as dramatic as people on the outside think. Staying calm after taking damage is something fighters are trained to do. He even joked about how that contrasts with football culture, pointing out that MMA teaches athletes to hide pain, while football players are known for going down and selling contact. For Paddy, that gap in mentality says everything, and he's confident that his mindset is exactly what it takes to finish Justin.
There's people think, getting punched in the face doesn't actually hurt.
You know what it is? Because you see us normal people here, if you get punched in the face directly, emotions like what? But then obviously you guys stay calm in it because it's normal.
Lad, I love footy, but the one thing that pisses me off about footy, lad, is in my sport I have to pretend I'm not hurt. And in footy, players jump on the floor and pretend they're hurt. Know what I mean? It's so girly.
That same mindset showed when he reacted to the interim bout announcement, treating it as important but hardly surprising. Even a quick turnaround to Vegas for media responsibilities was handled like routine work. In his mind, a championship opportunity was always inevitable, and fighting a proven name for the interim title felt earned rather than given. He laid out the plan with confidence. Win the interim belt, unify it, defend the title, then move up to welterweight in pursuit of another championship. For him, this isn't about fortunate timing, it's about fate lining up exactly as it should.
Can you give me a reaction to the fight news? Obviously massive news last week, a massive fight.
Massive news, lad. Gotta go to Vegas tomorrow, lad, to do a press conference. Be in Vegas for less than fucking 24 hours, lad, but I've got to do it, so yeah. Take it all in my stride. I knew I'd end up fighting the belt anyway, so to fight a legend like Gaethje for the interim belt I've paid my dues to get to this, lad, so I always knew I'd end up fighting for the title, and then I'll win this interim belt, and then I'll beat Ilya up and take the proper belt.
When January 24th came up, he made it clear that winning the belt is the priority, but delivering a memorable fight matters just as much. With Justin Gaethje standing opposite him, he expects fireworks, yet he believes there's more to come. Rather than relying on his grappling, he says he's aiming to end the fight standing, calling for a quick finish and vowing to start aggressively the moment the opening bell rings.
What are you hoping to show on January 24th?
I'm hoping to come out there, well, I know I'm going to come and win the belt, but obviously I want to have an entertaining fight. Don't want to have a boring fight, lads, and I think it's impossible when Justin Gaethje's in the other corner. You know what I mean? You can't not have a good fight when you're fighting Justin Gaethje, so. But I think everyone's going to be shocked, to be honest, because I think I'm going to knock him out. So people won't expect that. People think I'm just going to try and grapple and take him down, when I'm not. I'm going to come out and I'm going to put it on.
Expecting an early knockout, a late knockout, somewhere in the middle?
I don't see him getting past the third.
Justin Gaethje views this as more than an interim title fight, seeing it as a defining moment and a chance to validate years of work. He dismissed outside training offers, trusting his team and avoiding partners he could face later, while staying focused on Paddy. At the same time, Nate Diaz, setting his sights on Pimblett, highlights Paddy's growing reputation as a dangerous, unpredictable opponent who commands respect beyond hype.
Paddy returns after that drought over the winter period, when you're all probably doing your dry January and you're all back in the gym and you're all trying to not be a fat bastard because you overindulged in Christmas. The first fight night is Paddy versus Justin. First of all, Paddy's got to win that fight against Justin Gaethje. If he does, he becomes the interim champion of the world. So that's what Nate Diaz wants. I think if Paddy loses to Justin Gaethje, right, coming off a loss, I don't think Nate Diaz would be interested. But he's calling out Paddy Pimblett, and that wouldn't happen because if Paddy does win, he's then the interim champion of the world. Who does he fight next? It would be Ilya Topuria, maybe an Arman Tsarukyan if the man can get a shot. Anyway, right, that isn't going to happen. Nate Diaz, love the guy in the cage. He's got a massive following. I think he should be back in the UFC, not messing around and boxing him.
Michael Bisping offered his take with his trademark straight talk, noting that after a quiet stretch, Paddy is coming back refreshed following the post-holiday training surge. The immediate focus is Justin Gaethje, and Bisping made it clear that victory is non-negotiable. A win makes Paddy interim champion and gives real weight to a Nate Diaz call-out. A loss likely shuts that door, but a win opens massive possibilities, including matchups with Ilya Topuria or Arman Tsarukyan. Bisping also weighed in on Diaz, calling him a beloved figure who should be competing in the UFC, not drifting into side ventures like boxing.
If you're going to beat Justin Gaethje, you have to be faster than him. Anybody who has ever beaten Justin Gaethje has had that quality. They have not been a better grappler. That's not what it comes down to. They could out-condition him, out-experience him, out-grit him. You have to be faster than Justin Gaethje because he'll give you a chance to hit him. He don't mind if you hit him. It's a speed issue. Can you hit him a lot? And by the way, when you come in to hit him and he allows you to, he's giving you a shot so that he can get a shot. If you can be fast enough, you can get your shot and get out of the way before he gets his shot, right?
Sonnen explained it in simple terms, saying the key to beating Justin Gaethje comes down to speed. According to him, no one has beaten Justin by overpowering him or trying to wrestle him down. Success comes from being quicker, because Justin is willing to absorb a shot if it means he can return fire. The challenge is connecting cleanly and exiting before he can counter, turning the fight into a fast-paced tactical battle where timing and movement decide everything.
And he talked about the X's and O's of this fight and said that his wrestling defense is second to none. That's interesting, by the way. Statistically speaking, he might actually have the best defense in MMA. He might. If you look at ground control, which means how long has a guy been on top of another guy, and you were to juxtapose that over the length of a career, Jose Aldo's was straight. Jose Aldo was defensively what George St. Pierre was offensively in wrestling. But Justin Gaethje's right there. At any rate, he said, listen, it's a weird game. Maybe he'll take me down. Maybe I'll submit him. But then he said, but that's 1,000,000 to 1. Okay, so he's saying he's probably not going to submit him. Then he talked about if Paddy's going to take him down, Paddy's going to have to rough him up first. He's going to have to land some punches and some kicks to distract him to get in close to take him down. That's a very honest assessment. And so, okay, so as I'm reading through this interview, it's like, all right, but back to Justin, how are you going to beat him? You just showed a couple of ways that you don't think this fight is going to go. How do you think it is going to go? And it's exactly what you think, right? He's going to get out there, he's going to rough him up, he's going to touch him up and put him.
El UFC anuncia ya hace unos días un interinato, Paddy Pimblett en contra de Justin Gaethje. Una pelea que tú incluso anticipaste que podría pasar, ¿no? Que tal vez para que Paddy mereciera la pelea de campeonato contigo, tenía que ganarle a Justin. ¿Cómo la ves? ¿Cómo te tomó la decisión del UFC?
Muy bien, muy contento. La verdad que yo tuve la conversación previamente antes con la UFC, sabía lo que estaba sucediendo, mantuvimos algunas conversaciones. Por mi situación personal sabían que yo no pudiera competir en enero, pues todas las cosas que engloba una situación personal por la que estoy pasando, y al final decidieron hacer el combate por el título interino entre Paddy Pimblett y Justin Gaethje. A mí me parece muy merecido para ambos, es un título bastante válido, bastante merecido, es lo más cerca que van a estar los dos de tener un campeonato del mundo. Le felicito a los dos, pero al final del día se van a tener que enfrentar con el real deal.
Expanding on the speed advantage Chael pointed out, the game. Plans on both sides are starting to take shape. Justin believes his defensive wrestling will create chances to land damage, making Paddy earn every exchange. Paddy, however, isn't convinced and insists the fight will surprise people, saying his impact will come in the striking exchanges. With two opposing strategies heading into the same cage, this matchup is lining up to be just as technical as it is violent.